Elena Kagan is facing more questions in her Senate hearings about some of her liberal views. Critics are asking if she was truthful on abortion while she worked in the Clinton administration, and they have questions about her ideas on the Constitution and international law. Paul Strand has the story from Washington.
Republicans worry Kagan will be a liberal judicial activist, but are having a tough time pinning her down. They're concerned she'll feel free to reinterpret the Constitution and see it as something to be transformed and changed to fit changing times. The closest she's come to admitting that is when she discussed how she believes the founders who wrote it must have felt.
That life and that circumstances and that the world would change, just as it had changed in their own lives very dramatically, so they knew all about change.
Some worry just how much respect she has for the Constitution. When dean of the Harvard Law School, she reportedly removed mandatory study of the U.S. Constitution and instead made study of foreign law mandatory. If she's confirmed, she'll join other liberal justices ready to lean on foreign law instead of just the Constitution. She also revealed Tuesday she's firmly in the camp of those who believe the right to an abortion should be available if the mother's health is involved in any way, which basically means whenever a woman declares she needs an abortion.
The woman's life and the woman's health must be protected in any abortion regulation.
Some Kagan opponents now accuse her, when she was a White House advisor, of changing testimony by medical experts to make sure partial birth abortion stayed legal.
She found out that the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists had decided that partial birth abortion was almost never medically necessary. And of course, since she was supportive of partial birth abortion, she didn't like that medical opinion, so she kept it from President Clinton. She deliberately declined or refused to let President Clinton see that crucial bit of information.
In fact, she wrote new language for the medical panel, saying partial birth abortion might be the best procedure in a particular circumstance. Then Clinton vetoed a congressional ban on partial birth abortion. Paul Strand, CBN News, Washington.
The Obama administration has come under fire from Republicans on Capitol Hill over its strategy for the war on terror. One of the leading critics is Michigan Congressman Peter Hoekstra. He sat down recently with CBN's Eric Stakelbeck to sound off about President Obama's national security strategy.
I think these guys in the White House are weakening our national security, making us more vulnerable.
Congressman Peter Hoekstra is the top Republican on America's intelligence issues. In an exclusive interview, he tells CBN News that the Obama administration does not get it when it comes to national security. A major sticking point for Hoekstra, the refusal to use terms like jihad and radical Islam.
Does this hurt our national security, not being able to identify the clear enemy?
If you don't identify the enemy, you'll never be able to confront them, contain them, and ultimately defeat them. I think Fort Hood, they didn't call that a radical jihadist attack or even a terrorist attack, I think, until somewhere in February. Almost 3 months. This is crazy.
Hoekstra also fears the administration is playing with fire in its attempts to reach out to terrorist states and groups.
For most Americans, for all Israelis, there is no such thing as a moderate element of Hezbollah.
What do you think of President Obama's treatment of Israel?
The president has been undercutting the leadership in Israel on a regular basis. He is emboldening radical jihadists, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Palestinians.
The congressman differs with the president on another pressing issue, the choice of a new director of national intelligence. Obama wants General James Clapper to take over the crucial post, but Hoekstra says he's worked closely with Clapper and opposes his nomination.
I just have serious doubts as to whether General Clapper has the demeanor to be the DNI, but also has the philosophy that says, I have a responsibility to report to Congress. I don't think he'll keep us fully informed. I think he's the wrong person for the job.
Hoekstra actually supported Democrat Leon Panetta's appointment as CIA director, but he says that won't stop him from holding Panetta and others accountable for America's security. Eric Stakelbeck, CBN News, Capitol Hill.
Obesity rates in the U.S. are still rising. A new health study says obesity rates increased in 28 states last year. 2/3 of states have adult obesity rates above 25%, and 8 states have obesity rates over 30%. The survey also says that 84% of parents believe their children are at a healthy weight, but nearly 1/3 of American children and teens are actually considered obese or overweight. Social networking websites like Facebook are the new go-to places for divorce lawyers looking to catch cheating spouses. One popular legal group says 81% of their attorneys are using evidence pulled from Facebook and other sites like MySpace and Twitter. The evidence ranges from incriminating photos to status updates. The sites are also proving valuable when deciding child custody. A new poll finds that many Americans expect Jesus to return by the year 2050. According to the survey by the Pew Research Center for the People and the Press and Smithsonian Magazine, 41% expect Jesus' second coming in the next 40 years. 46% said it probably or definitely will not happen. 58% of white evangelicals believe Jesus will return by 2050, compared to only 32% of Catholics. You can always get the latest from CBN News by going to our website at cbnnews.com.